Hello, and take two. So yeah, let's give this another try then, shall we? So yeah, as you can see, I've moved stuff around. This isn't what you normally used to seeing. So I've actually brought stuff from upstairs, downstairs, or a couple of retro things. Because I've noticed that I wasn't going upstairs to play my games. I was just going upstairs, storing stuff away, and then forgetting about it until I did a video or something like that. Whereas now, I'm limiting myself to a little just one console at a time, and just a few games, and then it just makes me actually spend more time with these games. Every day I've been playing something on the Saturn. It's been brilliant, and I wouldn't do that before. It'd be once, maybe at the weekend or something like that. So yeah, this setup is perfect. It's great. I mean, spend more time downstairs and upstairs, don't we? But yeah, anyway, why does it take two? Well, as you can see, I'm not used to the all setup and everything, and I can't see the screen on my phone, so I cropped myself out by mistake. I think you can see like like that. So yeah, take two. Hopefully this is a bit better. I've pushed it for everything a bit back, so hopefully we're going to be good on this. So yeah, first up, before I do my pickups and everything, I just want to say congrats. Why congrats? Why congrats? Mind fart there. What's going on? What I wanted to say was, everyone go over to Beth Bear's channel. She's doing a giveaway, which is absolutely fantastic, as it is all in aid for the workers of the NHS. So yeah, it's a raffle for a Nintendo Switch, which is £5 a ticket, which if you've not got a Switch, absolutely perfect for, or if you just want to help a good cause, go over and put some money in. She's doing a limit of 4 tickets, but if you want to donate more than that, that's absolutely fine as well. Yeah, absolutely great, and it's a nice welcome back to Beth Bear. She's had about a year off, so it's nice to see her back on the tubes again, making some regular content as well, which is good. So yeah, I'll put a link down below for Beth's competition and her page as well. And yeah, go over and support her if you haven't already. I'm sure you all have anyway, but yeah, it's always good to announce just in case. And also, we're going to do a bit of a shout out. It's been a while since I've done a shout out, I think. I can't remember, I always forget, but I've been that it's hard to shout someone out now, because we're all become quite a close-knit community. We all pretty much know of each other now, since the lockdown, and Dane's streams in particular as well. We've all kind of united through them, haven't we? So this one I'm going to be shouting out today is an American one, and I've been watching him on Instagram for the last year, and he's just recently started a YouTube channel, which is pretty good. I think he's probably about 6 or 7 videos in now, over the last month or two, and he's called the Shmup Junkie, sorry. And absolutely great channel, and like I say, he's American, and he does a lot of humour in his. I don't think he does pick up so much, or maybe he will later on. But he's been doing reviews and just like comedy, like views of things and stuff like that. But his collection is to die for. It's so well displayed. It's just a visual feast just to watch his videos. Even if you don't like shooters per se, you will enjoy looking just at like the visual feast that you have around you, around him even. So yeah, that's the Shmup Junkie. Go again, I'll put a link down below. Go over and see him. So yeah, I need a drink. Another one. Yeah, so pickups. So first up, we're going to do a bit of a fail. And why is it a fail? Well, I've been watching this for a couple of years on eBay. I've watched it go from an average price of about £10 up to about 20 odd quid now. And that is Learning with Pokemon Typing Adventure. Now, why is this a fail? Now, it's not because I've actually purchased it and I have it in my possession, although some people would probably think that as a fail in itself. But it's actually because this is just an empty box, which I obviously didn't notice when I bought it. So it's not the seller's fault, it is complete accident on my side. During the lockdown, as everyone knows, it's been about 2 to 3 weeks for post to come. And this is one of the first ones I bought. And it took, I think 2 weeks, I was like, where is it? So I started looking on eBay, obsessing, checking the delivery posts and stuff like that. And then I noticed on the title, box only. Flipping idiot. So before I even received it, I knew it was going to be a dud. But, I mean, I can hopefully complete this nice and cheap. Yeah, so basically this came up for about, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 quid maybe. And I just did a cheeky offer of a £5. He counted with 8. And I was like, yes, quick buy. And I bought it and didn't take time to look at it. But yeah, box is in good condition. I just need to put some stuff in it and learn how to type, because I can't read or write. Next up, we've got the almighty Sega Saturn Mini. Yeah, can't do that joke twice. It's actually a plastic model kit for the Sega Saturn, and this is absolutely amazing. So as you can see, you've got loads of little parts that make up the Sega Saturn, and you put them together very much like the planes back in the day, the Airfix kits. So this is amazing, and I will probably put this together at one point. You even got little discs to put in the Sega Saturn. You've got the circuit boards, and then little sticker decals to put everywhere. Got a little manual how to do it all and everything. So yeah, absolutely lovely. This should have been in one of my later pickups. However, I thought I would bring this up a bit closer sooner, due to the big Sega announcement that was just announced just recently. The big Sega announcement, well, I thought it would relate very much to that, because the big Sega announcement was that there was some Game Gear Minis coming. Oh my goodness, that has, as Shmup Junkie would say, it's butter a lot of people. And I absolutely love it. It's flipping amazing. So yeah, so many people getting riled up about this big announcement of the mini console. But what people don't realise is that is very Japanese. And what is this? It's a Japanese only item. So the Japanese will eat that up. I mean, if you can tell here, we've got the model kit for a Sega Saturn. You can even get, like, Japan have got like a lot of their retro consoles. You can get some form of them. Like another one I would love to get is the Mega Drive or the Sega Saturn MP3 players, which have gone quite expensive now. So as you can tell, this isn't unusual for Sega, but a lot of the people are very vocal on I'm trying to choose my words carefully here, because I do know a lot of people are not happy about this. But yeah, a lot of people are very vocal about their disgust in this big announcement being something so crap that doesn't suit their tastes or anything like that. But they forget that other people are really into this. I really wouldn't mind one myself. I think if it was 10 games on each Game Gear, I probably would have got around to doing that. I mean, usually you get 30 to 40 games on these mini consoles. So for 4 consoles with 10 games on each, that would make a lot of sense, really. Yeah, I just find it funny. I think Sega have definitely done a bit of trolling. They did. The announcement said this announcement's going to make waves in the gaming industry. Something along them lines anyway, and this really has, this announcement has, it's been like a shockwave. Everyone's talking about it, and for your 60th anniversary, for everyone to talk about your company, it's going to be great. I mean, no news is bad news, really, is it? No, what is it? Oh, flipping brain doesn't work. So yeah, and you basically can't have any bad press, can you, really? I mean, as long as people are talking about it, it is all good. And yeah, everyone's talking about Sega, it's brilliant. So yeah, definitely a trolling. They made waves in the industry. They've done exactly what they said. Yes, the only thing about it is the announcement probably shouldn't have been a worldwide announcement. But again, they've done what they're set out to do, and that is everyone talk about them. So yeah, the Sega Saturn Mini, I paid 33 quid for this, posted from Japan, and I thought that was an absolutely great deal. I actually watched, I think it was like a few weeks ago now. I watched over about 2 or 3 days. A few different channels picked this up, and I thought, do you know what? Because this has already been picked up, I'm not going to have a chance to get it, or at least for a decent price. And sure enough, I did. Just went on eBay and there was one there, so nice and cheap. So I obviously ordered it, and it came within 2 weeks. It was quicker than the Royal Mail to get stuff from Japan, which is amusing. So yeah, anyway, enough of a rant about Sega. Well, it's not a rant, it's like an anti-rant, isn't it? So a rant about these fake fanboys. So yeah, games. What games have we got? So we're going to go and show something that is related to a Japanese Sega Saturn, and that is Sonic Wings Special. Oh my goodness, a great shooter. Obviously I've got to have a shooter in this video, I mean, or a Japanese game or something that is both. So yeah, this game, it's unfortunately missing the little mini disc CD soundtrack, but it does come complete. A little bit sun faded, but I mean, I paid 35 quid for this posted, I think, or 36 quid posted, which I think was a cracking deal. For this, I think it usually goes for about 60, 70 quid, but of course it's missing bits and pieces. But for me, I just want to play the game, so, and I have been, and it's been really good. It's quite a doable shooter. If you want to get this over in the UK, you can get the Sonic Wings Special. As Boofy picked up recently, it actually got released by Phoenix Games. I was tempted to get that, but I always had this in mind to get. I prefer to get things on the Japanese Sega Saturn if I can now. So, and it's a nice double case game. So, I mean, it ticks all the right boxes for me. So, yeah, Sonic Wings Special, great game. I mean, it's a classic on the system. Been talking about double case games. Let's have a bit of this.
Welcome to the subject zone. Get ready.
So, onto the PlayStation, and of course, we've got a double case game from my double case collection, and that is Assault Rigs. And yeah, I don't have just rare games to collect for it. I have a lot of them are very common like this, which costs I think £5 with another quid posted. It's got a crack in the back, but it's all complete. And inside is actually quite nice, actually. It's quite nice. It's a 1-disc special, so it's got a nice little blank bit on the back and a second manual. And this is a Psygnosis game, which is quite cool as an Amiga collector. So it's a game ticking all them boxes. And I think I actually, I actually played this as a kid briefly. There was better games of this genre, but yeah, this basically plays a bit like Battle Tank? Warzone? What the heck is it? My brain is up. Battlezone. Battlezone. It plays like Battlezone, except a little bit more modern. So it's quite cool, but again, there is better games in this genre. So yeah, pretty cool to get. Doing my old David Birdsall. I don't know if you can see. Next up, one that I've been looking at for about the last year, and prices are all over for this. You can either get it for as cheap as I did for 20 quid, or I've seen it go for like 60 odd quid. And someone at Revival was selling it for 70 quid in Birmingham when I was there last. And the game in question is Philosoma. So, is it Philosoma? Yeah, something like that anyway. Which is a very interesting shooter on the PlayStation. You can get it a lot cheaper for the Japanese one, definitely, but I mean, it's kind of cool like this. This has, I think, 4 different styles of shooters. So you've got your vertical, horizontal, isometric like viewpoints, if anyone knows viewpoint on the Neo Geo, and then you've kind of got like a rail shooter, which is a bit more like Star Fox, Space Harrier style. Very interesting type game. I've not actually played this yet, but again, it's one that I really wouldn't mind playing soon. Unfortunately, yeah, it's got a sticker on the front that would be quite easy to get off, which I knew about, but unfortunately it's got one on the actual inlay itself on the paper, which I didn't realise. When I saw the listing, I just thought it was on the actual case, and I thought I can get that off. So I'm a bit worried about that. It's got the manual. The manual is in great condition, and it's also got a choices sticker on there, so I'll probably keep that on there. don't want to risk taking it off and peeling everything off with it. But yeah, absolutely buzzing for that. And for 20 quid, you can't go wrong for any shooter for 20 quid really. And next up, a game I've been looking for ages. I've not had it on a search history or anything, but I've been probably looking for this game once every month or something like that, or at least whenever I remember anyway. And that game is Cyber Sled. Absolutely loved this game as a kid. I actually had this as an original copy. I'm pretty certain mine had the black case, the smaller case one when I was younger. But I mean, I might be wrong. I'm not really too, like most of us, we don't really know what, the reason why the black cases came out. If anyone does know, it'd be pretty cool to see in the comments. But yeah, great condition on this. Had a sticker on the front there, and I think I know why. It's got a stick. It looks like a sticker's been taken off there. Other than that, this manual is like near perfect. But what's cool about this is it says property of SEE, which is Sony Computer Entertainment Europe, which I'm pretty certain is, again, the Psygnosis offices. So this at one point has been in the Sony offices, getting played by Sony staff, I'd imagine. So that's really cool to get, and I only paid 8 quid for this, which is a bargain. It's got a little bit of a chip there, but that's completely fine by me. This is SCES 00006. So a nice early one. So Mark Burnout Culture, one for you to look out for. And in fact, Philosoma is SCES 00059. So both quite early. And in fact, Assault Rigs is 00093. So that's 3 off the top 100, isn't it really? All in one swoop without even trying. So yeah, great games. Oh, again, Cyber Sled. I don't think I talked about the game. Might have done. Again, it's hard when you're doing a video the second time round. You completely forget what you said. This plays very much like another game which is called Virtual On. And Virtual On is probably the more well-known game as well, I'd imagine. And I don't know why, because it's on the Sega Saturn and everyone knows about the PlayStation 1. I might be wrong, but I know a lot more people talk about Virtual On than they do Cyber Sled. So this plays very similar to that. You have like dual sticks and everything like that. If you actually does this, I don't know if this is compatible with the dual stick, but if you played this in the arcade, which I did when I was younger, you actually had 2 sticks like this to control it. And yeah, that was an incredible arcade to play on. I think I saw it more in America when I was on holiday there when I was a kid. But yeah, great game. Instead of playing with big robots, you play with big robotic sleds, basically. Hence the name, I guess. So yeah, another great game. Another great game. So next up, we've got a bit of a bundle. Kind of a bit of a subset, maybe. It's when you got PlayStation 2. It's a PlayStation 2 collection bundle. When you get PlayStation 2, you kind of get very easily led into making these little subsets for these games that have quite a few releases. And this one in particular has probably about 6 or 7 games in it. And that is the Naruto games. So we've got Naruto Uzumaki Chronicles 2, which looks like a bit of a arena fighter maybe. Yeah, not an expensive game per se. Maybe about 3 quid. And again, we've got Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja 4, which looks like a one-on-one fighter. Again, they're all complete and everything like that. They're not in the best of nicks or anything. Again, another 3 or 4 quid game maybe. But what I bought this bundle for was this one in particular. This whole bundle cost me 13 quid. This one game I've seen sell for about 20-25 quid. And I think, and I didn't realise at the time, I'm sure maybe it was Nick Berry that told me, or well, told me, showed me it in a video. It was someone on YouTube anyway, and they mentioned that it's got a bit of a price to it. And that game is the Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja 5. So yeah, basically got this whole bundle. Got them 2 games for free, and got this for less than the average selling price. So yeah, absolutely buzzing to get this in the set. This actually looks like a pretty decent one-on-one fire. I might even give that a go at one point. I'm assuming because Naruto is based on a kids franchise, or at least it's on like the TV Cartoon Network, is it? I think. Maybe it's a bit of a more simplified fighter, so it's probably a lot easier to pick up and play than something like, say, Street Fighter or the King of the Fighters and stuff. But yeah, quite a cool little series to get. And next up, we have got PSP games. PSP games. First up, we've got one that I've been looking at for quite some time. I'm very interested in this, and it's an online game for the PSP, and that is Fat Princess for the PSP. So this is, I think it's like an online versus tower defense game, but instead of like defending towers, I think you have a princess that you gotta make fat with cake, and the fatter they are, it's harder for the other people to steal the princess. Something really bizarre like that. And I thought that was really cool. I think as it's an online game, I think it was actually available as an online download initially, and then I think they became a physical release later. And because of that, you don't see the one with the full print cover as much as the classics one, or however PSP call it, Essentials, isn't it, I think. So yeah, it's really nice to get this one. This cost me £4. So because this is the more uncommon cover, even though it's like, it looks awesome. If you went on to CEX, you might not get this one, because I think it is on CEX. I don't think it's totally rare. But yeah, £4 I paid for that. On eBay, why the hell not? Next up, another eBay purchase, another PSP. And this one's quite a rarity. I've played this game on Xbox 360 maybe, which was the later version of it, or the more update, or at least sequel maybe. And that game is N Plus for the PSP. So this is, I think it's a precursor to like games like Super Meat Boy, where it's sort of like more of a one screen, super punishingly hard platformer. Really cool game. It's got the German rating there, but I think some of these more uncommon games kind of have like the multi-languages. So if you look on the back, you've got English, Spanish, Italian, German and French all in one. So yeah, it's obviously not a large print run. But yeah, what I didn't realise when I actually bought it, it was actually sealed. So I actually bought this because I've been randomly looking for this. It's a hard one to find because of this strange name. It doesn't always pop up, I don't think. But yeah, I got this for £10. I think that's quite a good deal, especially because it's sealed. Unfortunately now, I can't play it. But I don't know, I might actually open it at one point, I don't know. Well, tell me, what should I do? What should I do, guys? N++. And we're going to round it all out with a shooter. Of course we are, of course we are. And not only that, it's a Japanese one. So, still on the PSP, and my first shooter on the PSP, and that is, or Shmup as some other people like to call it, that's the Sengoku Ace Episode 3. I have to look at that because when I did it last time, I called it Sengoku Blade, which I think is the second one, or what we know over here more so as Tengai on the PlayStation 2. So this only came out in Japan, obviously that's the reason why I bought it. I think this only came out on the PSP. I'm not sure if there's an arcade version or not. But yeah, really cool. It definitely didn't come on anything else other than a PSP console-wise, at least anyway. Up until now, the Switch release of the Saikyo collection, which does feature all three of these games on there. So yeah, it comes with some really nice artwork on the manual inside. So that's really cool. So this plays it's a vertical, horizontal shooter. Instead of flying a ship, you actually fly a samurai, which is quite a unique take on these games. I think Sengoku Ace 1, you're actually a spaceship, but I think from the second one, it became a samurai, which is cool and makes it totally better. I think the second one is a lot better than this one. I've still not played this one, but it does look a little bit like a downgrade visually compared to the last one. But still, really looking for it. I mean, it's a Saikyo shooter, so you know that's going to be good. And I know as well, like talking about Nick Berry, he actually picked this up on his last pickups video, which I already had it in my hand when I got it. The seller as well, this was right at the beginning of lockdown. I actually bought it and the lockdown was announced the next day. And because of that, the guy said, look, I don't think I'm going to be able to send this for a few weeks because of the situation. Do I want to get a refund or do I want to wait? And I said, you know what? I don't mind waiting. I'm not in a rush for any of my games. I'll just wait. And within 2 weeks, he actually posted it. And I was really made up by that. I think it cost me 20 quid. So probably the most I've ever spent on a PSP game, actually. But yeah, shooters, I love them. I'm a sucker for them, especially if it's the only way I can play it. So yeah, that is my little video, my little rant about Sega. I'd love to see what everyone else's thoughts on the Sega Game Gear are. Are you as amused about the announcement as me, or are you not very happy about it? Would you have wanted more? I mean, of course, I would have wanted more from the announcement, but I just like the whole situation that's unfolding around me. It's given me hours of entertainment just watching and reading everyone's comments. So yes, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. And don't forget to go to Beth Bear and give us some money. Well, not her money. Give the NHS some money. Cheers for watching. See you later. Bye.